Hey guys, in this video I show making these doors fit. They were a real freaking nightmare. Probably one of the worst things I've ever had to do, but we got them on there and we got them working. So if you ever get some doors from Spectre, just know what they're gonna look like and what you gotta do to make them fit. And we also got an air intake on there, so be sure to check it out. Let me know what you think of my junk, and please like and subscribe, or whatever them words are. Thank you guys. Happy Sunday. Well, it's Thursday morning and I got a bunch of stuff yesterday from Spectre. I didn't order stainless, but that's what they sent me. I just needed that part of the hinge for this door. We'll probably sandblast them and paint them. I don't know, we'll see what happens. But I got all the door latch mechanisms and I got fiberglass half doors. So we'll see what we can figure out with this stuff and get it in here. Favorite things is getting things that don't have all the hardware and you have to make fit, and it didn't come with instructions. Not that I would read them, but it would be nice to look at some pictures to see how to put this together, you know, especially being that I'm not a Toyota mechanic. So I had to massage these holes just to get this to fit. Now I'm going to get a tapered countersink, and I'm gonna sink these just a little bit now that I know that fits. So I'll get them where they set in there like they should, maybe. Let's go see what Drew's doing. Drew's back working on the Chevy again. What are you working on today, Drew?
Moving my wires as I go, installing light fixtures, getting ready to do this headlight fixture. That way I can loom and work my way across, and then we'll do the firewall next.
Heck yeah. He's got lots of wiring to do. All this stuff no one loves, or not me anyway. So, back to my business. Show you what I'm fighting. This is jammed all the way up in there. You can kind of see that twisted angle on that piece. It's not correct. Looks like this needs to go down just a little bit. Everything's just jammed up, so you can see the angle there. So I'm gonna massage that hole down a little bit, open it up, and see if that helps. So I'm looking at this, and I don't know if you can see the bind. This isn't sitting straight. Like, I almost feel like this piece right here should be on this side, but it's crimped on. I mean, maybe this thing was built on Friday and someone just messed up and put this on the wrong side, and it's not something I can just change very easy. But see how that's crooked? So it's forcing that to sit on an angle. I'm thinking this needs to be on this side, and that might release that and straighten it out a little bit. I got it where it's working a little better, but it's binding up. So only thing I can think is I shave that out of there and put a little button head in there and try it. Go with what my dad taught me. If I can't fix it, make it so no one else can. So I'm pulling this thing out. I'm gonna shave that off, and I'm gonna put a button head in there and see if I can re-engineer this piece of crap. All right, wish me luck here. Voila. That bolted back in. I didn't put the button head in it yet, but look at that. It looks better already. I still feel like might need a little something else, maybe a little tweaking, but I'll try this and see what happens. Okay, I got this in here and I'm going to just give it a little tweak and see what happens. I'm no freaking genius, but I think this is going to work. And it looks like it's in line now. I think someone just put that together wrong. It's still a real piece of work, I tell you. There's a little bit of angle left on that one that I don't like, but I could probably tweak it a little bit. Okay, now that I got all this working good, now I've come over to this, and what I'm gonna have to do is make some kind of a aluminum piece that comes down to the bottom to hold this in place, and then my outer panel will just go over it. This is just a little bezel here, so the outer panel will bolt on, and then this will slide in and go on the outside of the panel. So we'll make an inner bracket that kind of comes from top to bottom on this door, and then we'll make a door panel that covers it all. Okay, I took my square and I squared it off this bottom, and I got so I can make a measurement of how big I need an aluminum piece to come down to here. We'll just use some probably 90 thou or something. I don't know, maybe 1/8 inch. That way I can just tap it. So here's my next dilemma. The fiberglass is not very flat inside, and I need to flatten that so that this sits nice and flat. So what I have to come up with is some backwards Chinese crap, or I guess I shouldn't say Chinese, but some redneckery. I put my sanding disc on backwards so I can come in here and sand that, hopefully somewhat flat, thanks to Todd Volt, these nice big sanding discs. You'll be able to witness me grinding my fingers off or something, LOL. How that looks. Oh man, I like it already. It sits pretty damn flat. I think that's gonna be pretty sweet. I think I'm gonna try and take just a little bit more down here on the end, because I'm just a little bit off right there on the end. Well, I don't know about you, but that's good enough for me. So now I just gotta get the door latch hole cut in it and then cut some mounts in it. So I've clamped this up here, and now I'll mark this. That way I know where to put my holes and whatnot. And I also want to figure out where to put this. Hopefully this is going to be my cutout right to here, and then I'll taper this, and then I'll punch this hole, and that hole. Okay, check it out. Now I'm going to remake this panel. I'm a little shy right here. I want a little bit more meat, but it works good. So, and then this will bolt in. I'll countersink. I'll probably switch that up to some 1032s on this just to make it a little smaller. I wanted 1/4 inch on this paddle latch because that's how big the holes are. And what I'm going to end up doing is I'll TIG weld the nuts on the back of that paddle latch. That way I don't have to reach in there and put nuts in. It'll just make it a little quicker. And then once I get it all figured out, then I'll make a panel that covers the whole thing out of some like either 90 or 60 thou. And yeah, and then we'll put, once I get that drilled and figured out, then we'll put like riv nuts in here or something. I just got to make sure that I don't get into any of this crap here in the corners. Okay, I got everything kind of up here. I just tapped the fiberglass 5/16. It needed to be opened up, so I just tapped it just to hold this together. And then we'll put nuts on the inside, but these little bushings don't stay in there. I'm gonna have to silicone them, so I'm gonna start with just doing the one, put a pin in it, and see where we get. All right, I'm having a real field day with this hinge. I left these on there, but loose. I loosened them up. I pulled them off to clean them up and stuff. And when I was building the cage, I hung the doors on there, but I didn't tighten all the bolts. So I've been wrestling this thing from underneath, and I didn't leave myself a whole lot of clearance to get to these 4 bolts, and they're not easy to even get to when the cage isn't in there. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this hinge needs to go that way. I'm having trouble. I could shim this out, but even when I put this door in there, it looks like it needs to go back a little bit. So I'm gonna make me a tool, weld a piece of something to this where I can get a sledgehammer and bend this hinge, because it's just minimal what I need. And the problem being is this right here, these holes aren't slotted enough, so I need to go that way, and then it starts getting into the back side where they've got fiberglass in there. So I am going to try and bend the hinge and manipulate it to where I need it to be and hope that works. I mean, I've got it where it'll go on there, but it's dragging. So, and then whatever I can't get out of it, we'll worry about shimming this out and working on that next. So here's some scrapping metal that I've found that I'll glue together. Well, that seemed to do the trick, but the bad thing with these fiberglass doors is they're never perfect. Like, it's perfect here, and it's perfect here, down here. This might need to come out, and that might help that come in down there, but that needs to come in on the bottom. So I'll probably have to wait till I get the junk out of my way where I can get in there and get to them bolts, so I can loosen that and adjust that outwards. I'll hang that factory door back on it before I'm done, and what we'll do is we want them to be the same, so when you pull this door off and put this one on, it interchanges easily without screwing with it. And what we're gonna do to do that is we'll just drive these pins out to change it. They come out pretty easy being new like that. So I guess I'll get the other door going and get it buttoned up.
I'm gonna make a new recipe tonight. It's an Italian beef skillet, I think, something like that. So it's got, let's see here. We've got diced onions, obviously ground beef here, rice, beef broth, diced tomatoes, black pepper, garlic salt, oregano, basil, and mozzarella cheese. So I'll get this all put together and show you what it looks like. I forgot to mention, I'm also putting in some mixed veggies. This kind of reminds me almost of like a shepherd's pie, but there's no potatoes. I guess the rice kind of takes the place of that. So I've got the beef and the onion cooking together back here, and stay tuned. Okay, I added the mozzarella cheese. Look at all that. Looks a lot like shepherd's pie, but it's got different flavor profiles, so Italian, kind of lasagna-ish. I gave it a little taste and it tastes good, so that's dinner tonight.
Well, naturally, these doors aren't the same. They're pretty far off. And I was running a flap disc backwards on the sander, trying to get inside there, and that didn't work out so well. Shit went flying and ripped this up, but this is gonna get covered by the panel, so I'll just sand that in. That's no big deal, but about got me. So tomorrow I gotta weld these 2 holes up and re-drill them. You can see how far they're off. I had to shear this down to get it inside. The top ones are good. I just gotta change that. The door handle's in the same spot from the top down. I got everything working mechanically finally. It's just a crap ton of dumbness. So Jess is wanting me to get ready so we can go to the other house. I smell dinner in there. So I quit. Jess came out here laughing at me. I already blew myself off. I look like Frosty the Snowman, I guess, covered in fiberglass. What's for dinner, dear?
It's in here, Italian beef skillet. And I actually made some content for YouTube.
Oh,
Do I get bonus points?
I don't know. We'll see if anyone complains. All right, I'll take a bath and I'll be ready. Thank God it's Friday, dear.
Oh, why? Thank God. It's not like you take Saturday off or Sunday.
Well,
And
I
in
like
my
to think of it as a good
and
day.
in my case, my
You take me
schedule's
to dinner.
just weird.
You can take me to dinner. Friday. I'm not gonna work as hard today. LOL. She's gonna kill me. It's leg day and she's making me do heavy weights.
Yeah.
Leg day. Punch your ticket, you're out.
I'm dead.
Legs feel like jello. In 20 minutes.
It's Friday. We're not supposed to be working out, dear.
I don't know why you make me do this.
Let's stretch.
Yeah, whatever. It's the other way around. TGIF, Drew. Good morning.
Good morning, Shannon.
I'm dead. She killed me. The things we do.
Yeah. Gotta keep it fit, keep it moving around.
Drew got all the shift linkage on yesterday and lots of the wiring running it to the lights, getting lights mounted and stuff. He was telling me about this shifter because it's got a body lift. He had to do some extension stuff that's we're looking at.
Yeah, I got the extra parts picked up last night so we can finish that up.
Nice. She's coming together. I was thinking about this. I'm like, man, this thing's got so much lift on it already. Why would it even need a body lift?
Yeah, it's not much, but it's a little bit. And then the engine and transmission is lowered down in the frame some too.
You can see where he's got this side wrapped and everything. Nice and perfect. Things are tied up nice and neat. Not something you see very often. Look at that. It's looking good, Drew.
Thank you.
I want everybody to witness she's actually doing something besides TikToking today over here, and then she starts trying to sweep me off my feet like like I'm in her way or something.
He literally walks, he's like the dog, right where I'm sleeping.
Yeah, whatever. You came into my area. Yeah. Good time to clean it after I already worked out.
You should clean it with your workout. Like slither across the floor or something.
Oh boy. You're fired.
Uh-huh.
Well, back to this disaster. Unfortunately, these doors were different, so I'm gonna weld these 2 holes up right here, and I need to trim it a little bit and then repunch them so they're a little more centered. This door is not the same dimension as the other door. Got the interior on that door all done, and now I'm gonna take and drive this pin apart. That way I can get this hinge set up on this door. And we'll end up using the stainless probably on the half doors and then the other ones, but we're gonna have them sandblasted and powder coated, so. Okay, same thing with this door. I ended up having to shim this. I need to drop it. It's wanting to lift the door up. I might raise the door a little bit, but I am going to make like a 1/4 inch shim that goes behind that. And then we'll have to try the other door and make sure it works like that. They don't give me much room in here. I don't know if you can see in there. I'm gonna have to grind that out and make a backing plate. Right now I just threaded the fiberglass just to get it up here to see what I needed to do, and the bottom is even worse. Some very crappy fiberglass work, but it is what it is. So I did some adjusting on the hinges and actually got the door to move a little bit. And then what I've done, I'm gonna make a 1/4 inch shim out of aluminum. And because it's got these on there, I whacked it with the hammer. That way I can find center, and I'll just punch a couple of holes bigger than that so that it kind of rests flat. And then we'll get that back on there. That's about what I had in there. And it looks like both sides are equally the same. So I'm gonna shim it, and then I'm gonna try and put the factory door back on and make sure I can get that to latch within spec. So that turned out pretty sweet. Fits like a glove. I just did that so that it cleared these pieces right here. So put that on there and try it. I'll actually make my pattern first for the other side. All right. Works pretty good. Nice and free. I still have to go in there and make some backing plates because right now it's just threaded into the fiberglass, but we'll do that as soon as I get the doors working correctly. I got one more piece to make, and then we'll go from there. Okay, I got the door back off there and I've marked it for the door panel. And I got some 90 thou down here. I'm gonna nibble a piece off, hopefully enough to make both panels. Just a little bit of fine tuning around the edges and stuff like that. Get this all sanded in. And then we can figure out where to cut the hole for the door handle. Okay, so now what I've done, I've taken and marked at the end of my panels. You can see how I'm underneath this bezel. And then same thing here. I went underneath the bezel to right there. And then I'm gonna mark it right there. And what that's gonna do is just make it where it's covered up. see how I did that. There's my hole I'm gonna punch out. I dropped the handle down in there so everything's set nice and flat. And then I'll sand this in once I get that all figured out. Got that all ready. Check out old Drew over here. He looks like the guy on Home Alone or Home Improvement that looks over the fence. He's been inside that engine compartment for a few days. Looking over the fence. I welded my nuts to that latch like I said I was gonna do. That way I don't have to reach up in there. And then when I get done, I'll get some riv nuts, put in these. That way that just threads in there nicely. And here's what we got so far. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark this and get some holes figured out in here where they look even or whatever. And I'm just gonna, for now, I'm gonna punch like a 1/8 inch hole in it and just put some small screws in it. But when I'm done, my goal is to probably find some nice finishing washers with button heads. And then we'll have this probably wrapped in like a black leather or something and make like a pouch on it. I would say we might even cut a hole in it and make it where the pouch goes into the door, kind of like the Scrambler. That way there's a little more storage area in it. We'll just have to see what it looks like when we get it all done. But for now, we're gonna get some screw holes in it and get it mounted. Okay, I got a bunch of spots on here and I double check to make sure that I'm not getting into anything underneath. So I'll pop a bunch of little screw holes in there for now. Check that out, almost looked like I knew what I was doing, but I didn't. I was faking it until I was making it. Now, and you guys might be wondering, why did you use 90 thou? I should have went a little heavier, but this bezel probably wouldn't allow me. But the reason I went heavy is because I plan on putting an 8 inch speaker in here. So that's why I want it to be nice and beefy. And then these will get riv nuts in them. When I'm all done, I'll pull some nuts in there, and I might even fiberglass them just to keep from having them bust loose down the road or something stupid. Go ahead and pull this panel off and use it to see if it'll work on the other one. I know my height differences were just a little bit different down here, but I'm gonna stick it up there and see how close it is. That way it'll speed up the process maybe. Let me show you how much the door is different. You can see right there and right here. So I got the bottom and the front lined up. Oops, right there actually. So that's all lined up. So I'm off, it's probably off a half here and then a little bit over a quarter and an 1/8 up here. So we're gonna just make a separate panel. All right, next up, we're gonna mount the air filter on there now that I got the doors done. I usually stock these rubbers. I get these from Cartech over in California. I stock a bunch of different ones, but these seem to work the best. And then I got a U-bend just in case I wanna make some of it in aluminum. So I'm gonna start out by getting this 90 put on here, and then I'll take that aluminum U-bend and hopefully that works out. Alright, I think I got a start of what I need, so I'm gonna spot this together and then I'll stick it up there and see how it looks, make sure my angle's correct and whatnot. So I've been drawing pictures here now, and I've got my 3 holes that I transferred. So this is gonna be my cut here, and then I'll cut this. And this is 3/16, so it should be plenty stout. And then I'll punch these and pray that it fits. And there we have a nice little bead roll on our intake. This thing's kind of a piece of crap, but it works good on aluminum. I went in and center punched for a 1/2 inch, and I always like to cut these out because where this mounts to the frame, you know what I mean, you might want to pass a wire through there, and it doesn't need any more than that, you know, on each side. That's 3/4 of weld on each side. So I'm gonna punch these, and then I'm gonna cut this out, and I'll barrel sand it, make it look all pretty, and then we'll get that spotted on there. All right. So mark that for 1/2 inch. Then we'll just go right over here to the old bandsaw, and I'll cut that out. Check that out. Now I'll just clean it all up with the barrel sander. Check that out. All nice and clean now. And we'll go ahead and mount that baby right on here. Then we can get it mounted on the car. I think it's gonna look pretty sexy. If I can get this bolt started, LOL. It's Friday, give me a break. Yeah. It's gonna look good. Well, check it out. I got it all hooked up. Looks like it's out of the way of everything because I'll have like AC lines and stuff coming out somewhere on here. So there's plenty of room for the heater hoses and stuff to come down and attach. But there is one thing I didn't realize. I was going to put a strap piece on here, but I don't think it's going to need it. So I'm gonna cut this to 0 right there. So I'm gonna probably start right here and then take that off so it's not a edge where you're gonna catch your arm or something on. I like things that are just kind of flow in nice and smooth, but yeah. And then it'll be easy to change and everything. So pretty excited. And there you have it. She be all ready for Peter to weld. I got a nice little spot for wires to go through. That way when Drew gets to working on it, he's got somewhere to route some wires. Oh, another birthday. It's the birthday boy, David.
Oh, I'm sure he gets it. Give me my lighter. Yeah. My
Happy birthday to you. It's gonna burn it down. It's burning it down. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. And Mrs. C here, she's already bossing me around, made me work out. And then she's telling me I have to fix her dresser because the deal came unscrewed or something. And I said, well, don't you know how to put a screw back in? She goes, I didn't get married to screw myself. Who thinks of these things?
Well,
I guess I'm going to be screwing some stuff today.
it's a knob that came out of the dresser, one of the stupid screws. And I can certainly do it, but I'm married to this guy, Mr. Fix-It, Mr. Handy. Shannon, the tool man, Campbell.
Mr. Handy. I like to put my hands on her, not be playing with screws and
my
knobs
back.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Baking with Mrs. C this morning. What you making, Mrs. C?
I'm making honey whole wheat bread.
Very nice.
Kennedy wanted some, so.
Pebbles is like, I'll take some.
She thinks she'll take anything.
Yeah. I've been pulling weeds this morning. I got little piles all over out there. These stupid goat heads. They're flowering and stuff, and usually I stay on top of them, but I let them get away from me this time. And I'm gonna untarp the old pink Jeep so maybe we can go for a topless ride, if you know what I mean. A girl of all the trades. She bakes. She does gardening. I just wish she pulled weeds. And that stupid ding-dong freaking thing that I made her for Mother's Day, we might have to move it to the neighbor's house. It's too noisy. All right. I'm gonna go to work. I've been pulling weeds all morning like a dumbass. I should just go buy some stuff to spray them, but I don't know. I'm a retard, I guess. And she wants to take the pink Jeep out today, so we're going to untarp it and see if it runs still. It's been a minute. I think the last time I took it out was me and Dave. Everything around here gets covered in tree sap and crap. Luckily I tarped this thing. Every time I go to take that Jeep out, we haven't put a tarp on it because it has that stupid tint on it, and it is terrible. It gets covered in sap and it takes me forever to clean it. So I need to get some more car covers. This one, I went to look at it the other day and it's got sap all over it as well. But at least it'll be clean. Well, the old automatic choke works pretty good. It took a little bit of cranking to get some fluid up, but the old wolf box works pretty good. Yep. Thank goodness for that thing. It's pretty handy around here. Yeah. She's charging good. It's probably that battery where I broke that lug or something. Maybe that's why. And just sitting or something. Oh yeah. Pull it up here and wipe it down real quick and pull the top off so it's nice and sunny. Well, we got her all wiped down. She didn't need too much. That tarp worked pretty good. And of course, there's always something I gotta do before we go because I know Jess is gonna wanna take the dog, so I think I'm gonna break out a piece of aluminum right here real quick.
We don't have a seat back there for Pebbles.
I was just saying I'm gonna make a piece of aluminum real quick right here,
Okay.
Miss Gardner. And then we'll just throw her dog bed in there. And you can tie her up to that bar.
Yeah, I'll have to do a harness.
Or she could just run beside us. Or she can have your seat and you can run beside us.
She could sit in my lap.
Yeehaw. All right, so I'm gonna measure that. Go ahead and let it shut it off. So my next little deal, because I need to know the distance between the brakes, so I took this and set it up here, and I don't know if you can see that little bitty black dot I put there. That's gonna be my measurement. And then I take this piece over here, same thing, and that's gonna be my measurement. So now I just measure between them two black dots, and that's what I need between my brakes, and then I'll do the same thing up here. So I measured from this point to this point, and then I drew my angle, and now I can go out there and double check the top between this point and make sure it's the same measurement. And if it is, then it's gonna work out good. And then I just add my 5/8 here, cut that off, and break it all up. So here's what I did. I put this up here, then I'll measure between this point and this point. It's gonna come out perfect, hopefully. All right, I might have been cussing a little bit. I had to redo it because, I don't know if you can see it here, but I was measuring off of 1 inch. And on one side I was correct and the other side I wasn't. And when I went to draw my second angle, things weren't adding up. I looked at it and I was like, dang it, I started measuring it. And sure enough, I screwed up. But I whipped out another one real quick and I got it right this time. I just have to drill and mount it. Hopefully Mrs. Campbell's not waiting on me.
Looks like you're almost ready. Are you ready? Look at that. Now Pebbles will stay safe.
I'd have been done a minute ago, but I messed up and
Oh, shoot.
I cut wrong, and so I had to make another one.
Poor guy. Well, now Pebbles will stay safe and contained, and so will our stuff and groceries. I took this to get some stuff from the store last summer, and I came out and I was like, oh crap, where am I going to put everything? I was afraid to put it in the back. So anyway, I managed to get it in the front. Top off day, here we come.
Does that mean your top off or the Jeep's top?
Well, I don't know.
I didn't do all this for the Jeep top to come off.
That's what the day is.
What? Well, I figured we'll take it for a little cruise real quick, fill it up, and I'm gonna go see about a dog bed over at the dog store and see if we got one to fill up the back. We made it to the pet store, and I got a couple of pet beds to fill that up back there so that Pebbles don't get all scraped up, because I'm kind of a crazy driver. Stopped at my little buddy, the roadside stand. I've been telling Kennedy I was gonna get her some mangoes, and I finally seen them. I forgot about them. She's gonna be happy. All right, you ready to go for a ride, Pebbles? You ready to go for a ride? Got you a nice comfy little bed, and we got you leashed up where you can't jump out. Not that you would or anything. All right, you ready to go for a ride, dear?
I'm ready.
A topless ride?
I'm ready.
I got the top off.
All right. Let's do it. She's ready too. Look at her back there.
What ride?
Campbell's going for a Jeep ride.
Check the mail real quick. Came up to Moose Henry's to get us some lunch.
Thank you. Thank you.
Been a minute since we've been over here to Moose Henry's.
Mm-hmm.
Pebbles is just all kinds of sniffing. She's,
This is her first time going to a restaurant.
yeah, well, she better get used to it. We're gonna
I know.
have to take her out more often now that she's the last of the doggies.
I know.
Look at that, highly trained.
As soon as you said
I've
that,
been
she
working with her for 2 minutes.
started looking at the dog over there. Oh, but you know what? She didn't bark. Good girl.
Check out that patty melt.
I bet the bread looks delicious, huh?
Yeah,
No, I'm not a big bread eater.
you just made bread.
I know, that's the Kennedy.
Robert, that we missed him. Where's he at?
Yeah, why isn't he ever here when we're here?
Yeah.
Robert.
Don't be. What are you doing, Robert? Shannon?
Robert.
Can I?
Took a little cruise up to Holly Lake. It's been a minute since we've been up here. It is beautiful. Couldn't ask for a better day. Absolutely beautiful, isn't it?
Yep, sure is. I could use a few more degrees though.
Mama's cold. Oh, I guess that's that difficult part. She gets cold. You want to go sit in the sun at the picnic table?
No.
A lot of times we have friends up here that leave their trailers all summer, so we figured we might run into someone. You never know. It's not as busy as I thought it would be. Usually around July. Actually, I didn't even think about it. School's not even out yet. I think they got one more week, so it feels good in the sun. Jess is all jacketed up. She's like, "Get me back in the sun."
Here you go. I'm giving you this lead. You got her?
Yeah. Come on, Pebbles. Well, we got her all put away. Go inside and clean up and see what we're gonna do tonight. It's been a minute since I just kind of screwed off and didn't work on a weekend. We usually work 7 days a week here, I feel like. Well, now we're back on coop time. It's gonna be a Nice night, I think. These are the best, the old white monsters. All right, you little swing hog.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cheers.
She's like, you got me dirty.
Yep.
Does anyone want a Mother's Day present? I'm regifting Jess's.
What?
I'm getting rid of your stupid Mother's Day present.
No, you're not. You just need to move it off the end where it's catching all that wind.
This is annoying, man. We can't even talk to
It's
each
so
other.
loud.
All right, I'm gonna fix it. Look at that. Happy Mother's Day. I took your doorbell away, or your ding donger. Date night with my girl, and look what we got first.
Shocking.
Yeah. What do you call it?
Huh?
What did you call it?
Shocking?
No, this.
Shrimp cocktail?
Yeah, you called it
Oh.
something else earlier.
Oh, I
Oh.
can't. No, that won't be said on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. She wants some Campbell cocktail. They just make it spicy for us. That's what she meant. I got a nice chicken Caesar salad. Jess got the scallops and green beans. Such a good dinner. And we just happened to stumble in. Sean got the fight going on here, which we don't usually watch fights, but it's pretty entertaining.